Hello, my name's Leanne and I run Dogs for Dogs based here in Devon. Just going to do this little video on the 7 essential things you need to know if you own a Spaniel or a Spaniel cross. Spaniel crosses can exhibit the same sort of behaviours as a Spaniel, so it's good to be prepared for all of the things that could possibly happen. Spaniels are bred to hunt. It seems a very obvious thing to say, but it impacts all of their life. So one of the major things I start teaching puppies very early on is the difference between going for a walk and going hunting. I've written a book called Whose Walk Is It Anyway? Which gives you detailed information as to how to teach the difference between hunting and going for a walk. And so that's a really important part, because it teaches a puppy how to be able to switch their hunt drive on and off, which is so important. They're also bred to retrieve, and this can cause issues with guarding, and if it gets to be an extreme problem it can cause biting, and a lot of young Spaniels and Spaniel crosses end up in rescue because of this issue. So the way we can do that is very early on, teaching a puppy to swap rather than just keep taking things away from them. Puppies want to carry stuff all the time, and so it's really important that we give them opportunity to do that and don't just keep taking stuff away from them. So when we do need to have the thing that they've got, what we need to do is actually teach them to swap it off for food. So I'll just give you a quick demo. So we've got an article here which we're going to ask Ragnar to retrieve. Right, so he's allowed off his mat. Ready, get it. So he goes and retrieves it. Thank you. Swap it off for food. So he's a happy boy because he's got food and I've got the article. So as you can see, his tail's wagging, everything's fine. On bed. Good lad. So that's really important, that we teach the puppy to swap for food, so that they're really happy to give you up the thing that they've just got. Spaniels are bred to be tenacious. They have to work all day and be really enthusiastic even if they haven't found anything for hours. And so whereas in a work situation that's really helpful, in a home situation it can be quite frustrating, as the dog will persist in a behaviour for a long time even if we don't really want them to. So that just means we have to be really patient and really clear and really consistent with our training, so that the dog learns over time that these behaviours don't work and these behaviours do work. These are the behaviours we want you to persist with, and these are the behaviours we don't want you to persist with. They're also very impulsive. So basically they're bred, I see it, I want it, I do it. And so training is there to help give us a little bit of time between I see it and I do it. So if we think about Spaniels, or any dog, when they are nice and cognitive, there's nothing going on that's making their brain all scrambled. They can think, they can do as we ask them to. However, when they get excited, this is what happens. And so there's a lot going on in their brain, and so if we ask them to do stuff when their brain is all agitated, it's very difficult for them to actually be able to respond. So in training a Spaniel, you need to take your time, wait for their head to be in the right space, wait for them to be cognitive. Find trainers who will help you to teach them how to manage themselves and to be able to listen, and gradually over time be able to do more complex things in more challenging environments. Because they're bred to work all day, then they are very busy little people, and we actually have to spend as much time teaching them to do nothing as we do teaching them to do stuff. So this teaching a dog to chill out is really important, and I spend as much time teaching my Spaniels to do nothing as I do teaching them to do various tasks. So I've written a book about that as well, and that's called Where's the Off Switch? And it teaches you how to show your puppy how to self-settle, how to not be bothered when lots of stuff is going on but they're not involved. Because they want to be with people and they want to get involved all of the time. So teaching them to be able to be happy on their own, and also not having FOMO where something's going on and they feel that they're missing out. These are really important things that we need to teach our puppies and our adult dogs, so that they have value in sitting and watching and observing interesting things without feeling the need to get involved. So So here we've got a dog sitting on a bed. So this is a pot full of chicken. I can put that down and he doesn't feel the need to get up and to try and steal it. He knows that in time I will reward him for making a good choice of not stealing that. But these are sort of basic things that we can start with and eventually build to more complex things. So hopefully this has been a nice little introduction to some really crucial things that you need to know for your spaniel. Happy spanieling!